Echeveria elegans, also known as the Mexican Snowball, is a beautiful succulent plant native to, you guessed it, Mexico. The nickname comes from the shape and the gorgeous icy blue color. The elegans can grow to about 15 centimeters wide and 10 centimeters tall. In the cooler months or when the plant is stressed, the outside of the leaves turns a stunning light pink color. Echeveria elegans has a clumping habit and will grow multiple offsets, creating a carpet of rosettes if it has enough space to spread. This plant is a great beginner succulent as it is very hardy and easy to care for. Echeveria elegans is best grown outdoors, exposed to at least 5 to 6 hours of direct sun to stay compact and grow well. It can be grown in the garden as well as pots, though do make sure to repot into fresh potting mix every year or two. The elegans is not a good indoor plant. This plant is also tolerant of rain and humidity as long as it is planted in good quality potting mix and the pot has holes. During dry spells, water whenever the potting mix or soil is dry. Although the elegans is drought tolerant, it is good to water once the potting mix has completely dried out to avoid bottom leaves shriveling too much. Make sure you use quality potting mix for any plants in pots. This will ensure good growth. In the garden, elegans will grow in most soils, but for best results, break the soil up and mix in any potting mix to aerate to allow the roots to spread. Unfortunately, Echeveria elegans is not frost tolerant and will need to be protected from frost and snow. The best way to propagate this succulent is from cuttings of offsets. They are plentiful and one mature elegans can produce well over 20 babies every year. When you let the offsets grow to a good size, just like you can see on this plant, many will have roots of their own when separated. This will help the small offsets establish better and get growing fast. To separate offsets, it may be easier to pull the whole plant out of the pot so no leaves get damaged. Once out, gently pull by the stalk or use scissors to cut. This offset already has an established root ball and it will settle into its new home fast as it can draw nutrients. Make sure to clean all the dead leaves as they can harbor pests and fungus. And now we separate the rest. The offsets will then need to be left in a bright dry spot for about 24 hours so the wound created by the separation can heal. This will minimize the chance of bacteria or fungus entering through the wound. When the wounds dry, the offsets can be planted in trays or pots in succulent potting mix. In my opinion, it's best not to plant in huge pots as the potting mix can waste away and deteriorate before the offset has a chance to grow into and draw on the available nutrients. I always start off with a smaller pot and then repot once the roots have colonized all of it. This offset is quite big already and so it gets a 9 cm pot. The next offset is smaller and I think a 7 cm pot will be better. This tiny tot will go into a 5 cm pot. Do make sure to clean up the mother plant as well and repot her so she can grow more babies. First, shake off as much of the old potting mix as possible. Remove all the dead and yellowing leaves. Once she's all cleaned up, get a new pot and plant in fresh potting mix. The Mexican Snowball is fairly disease resistant and pest free. The most persistent pests are aphids that almost always seem to attack the flowers and sometimes fall into the rosette as well. During flowering time, do keep an eye out for these bugs and either treat with pyrethrum or cut the flowers off and bin them. Left untreated, aphids will spread and damage succulents. The mealybug can also attack, but they are quite rare. If they do set up shop, they can be very destructive, so keep an eye out for the cottony sacs and distorted growth. If you see bigger chunks missing out of your elegans, the culprits are likely to be either snails, slugs, caterpillars or grasshoppers. All of these have many succulents on their menu. The main problems with the Mexican Snowball are related to lack of light, in my opinion. If this plant does not get enough sun or is grown indoors, it's likely to start growing tall and losing leaves. Yellowing leaves and dry leaves usually occur when the plant is stressed. Stress can be caused by many things such as being root bound, bad potting mix, not enough water and lack of light. During heat waves, when exposed to extremely hot sun, elegans can suffer from burns. If you're expecting high temperatures, move your plants into the shade until the danger has passed. Having said all of that, Echeveria elegans will very rarely cause problems. Just don't grow it indoors. Echeveria elegans is a safe plant and is not known to have any toxic properties. It is not poisonous to humans, dogs, cats or other pets. The Mexican Snowball flowers in winter and spring. The flowers grow on a tall pink stalk. The inside of the flower is yellow, while on the outside the petals are pink. And that is all you need to know about Echeveria elegans. If you have anything to add or have a question, you can leave a comment below. If you'd like to learn more about succulents, you can visit our website Succulent Growing Tips or subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching.